Here.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Here.
Commissioner Sui?
Here.
Vice Mayor Watson?
Here.
Commissioner Casabun?
Here.
Can we please stand and salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This meeting is being conducted in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act of 1975. It was advertised, posted, and made available to the public as required by statute. The municipal clerk is directed to include a statement in the minutes of this meeting. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
There are none, Mayor.
Presentations, seeing none. Public comment on agenda items only. If anybody from the public would like to comment on the agenda items, please come to the podium. State your name, address your concerns, and please limit those concerns to approximately 5 minutes. Ms. Capari, Toreka, go ahead.
Lynn Campari, Millville. Am I allowed to comment on things that are in the regular session because you're supposed to be discussing them at the work session?
Absolutely.
Okay. I had a question about one, why are you passing ordinances on first reading when there's a new commission coming in and you will not be able to vote yourselves on the second reading, so it really should be left to the new commission coming in? That was one question. The other one, I didn't understand why you're raising the trash fees. I wasn't sure, they were part of the budget and you voted on a budget. Now all of a sudden you're changing the budget, so I was surprised it was just a resolution. It doesn't have to be an ordinance. And you don't have to, if it is a resolution, why it is in 2 readings like it is on the resolution for the budget, because the public should be allowed to comment because you're going to be affecting them for the rest of their lives. And I didn't know you, in the resolution, I believe it said you were making a decision of this for the 2026 budget. That's not your concern. That's the new commission's concern. They might cut something from the department. They might be able to negotiate a new contract. They might be able to find some miraculous cost-saving measure. So maybe they could even lower the fee. So I don't think it's fair that you should be voting on the fees and not giving them a chance to do their job. And I didn't know, too, the utilities have different rules than regular budgets. So I wasn't sure if you had to have a different process in order to vote to increase those fees. And I think that's it. And this is just, I don't know what it is. I didn't know what the Clean Team project is, if somebody could explain that for the use of the UEZ funds.
The which thing?
The UEZ funds, Clean Team, it's $166,000.
Yeah, the clean team was from UEZ money. We had discussed this, I don't know, several times over the past few months. And I can't remember if it went before the state. I think it got approved by the state already. We're waiting for that approval. And that's to have a team that works in the UEZ zone, a 2-man team, keep the area in the UEZ zone clean, which will offset labor in other places as well.
So they
They won't have
can,
to concentrate there.
so they can do like a cut and clean and those kind of things, or
Well, I
just
don't know
picking
if
up
they'd be cutting it
trash?
clean. There'd be plenty of trash to pick up and,
Okay, thank you.
If I remember correctly, I think that if we didn't spend the money, we were going to lose some of it.
Yeah, we have to, that had to be spent by the end of the year.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the ordinance for first reading is going to have second reading
At
at
the
the end of the
31st.
year meeting.
Well, that's something that I don't think has ever been done before.
We only pay the bills, am I
At the
correct or
end,
not?
that traditionally, that is the only thing that is done is the bills are paid at the end of the year.
Open, pay the bills, close.
Yeah, only last year we had closed session. for
And,
contracts.
I mean, if you want, we could talk about that ordinance for the amending the code for this, under the solid waste charges.
I mean, I don't know the differences, like if we were to wait for the next commission to vote on
Well,
it.
let me,
So,
here's something I'm looking at. So we do it with the sewer, right? But the sewer has a huge surplus. Here, on the trash, you want to raise rates, and then you want to offer a discount to certain people. The whole reason we did the trash utility is because trash funds weren't being distributed evenly, and we had the lawsuit,
from the apartments.
threatened lawsuit
Yeah.
from the apartments because it was coming out of taxes. So if we're gonna, and I get it, I feel bad for disabled people and some of the elderly people too, I get all that. But you know what? People have to pay for something. I mean, to be honest with you, I know disabled people are driving around in $100,000 vehicles, smoking cigarettes. So, and I realize it's only 168 people, but you know what? I'm getting tired of paying for everybody else. I'm sure our ratepayers are getting tired of paying for everybody else too. So, I'm not going to support a lot of things on here tonight because really, some of the stuff that we have to do, some of the stuff that we started doing before, that's great. But to do this and land this in their guy's lap It's not right. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is my second term on the commission. And when it was done by previous commissions, it really ticks you off. You don't want your hands tied coming in. You know, they said what they were gonna do. They should be given the opportunity to do it. Hopefully, they can fix the problems that we couldn't fix. And I don't wanna tie their hands in any way to stop them from doing that. So I think this is a bad idea. If you told me you had a surplus in the solid waste, that we had a surplus similar to what we have in the sewer department, then by all means, go ahead, but we don't. We're raising rates. So I don't think we should be raising rates on one group of people and giving somebody else a break on it. And, you know, you're gonna have disabled people on rental properties. They're not gonna get a break. They're still gonna have to pay their full rent. The landlord's still gonna have to pay for all that trash, even though those people are disabled. So you can't do this fairly.
If I can, Commissioner, you just put a number out there, which now has bothered me, because I went down to talk about this the other day. I didn't get a number. I got, well, maybe some senior citizens won't qualify for it because of their income. I didn't get it. What was the number you just put
I
out?
believe there was 168 customers that it affected.
That are gonna
Yeah,
qualify?
It's 168 people that qualify for the water and sewer deduction.
Anyway, that's my
I'd be
feeling
mad,
on it.
I'd be
That's why
mad if I
wouldn't
was
be
sitting out
voting
there in the
for it, but-
gallery. I'd be steaming if I was sitting out there in the gallery.
Oh, most people with those disabilities, I mean, they're on fixed incomes, but I understand your point, Commissioner Sue.
Well, and you know, and also, there's no rush. There's no need to rush that. It's not like if we don't spend that money or we don't do it, that we're gonna lose the money and send it back to the state, right? So,
There's no rush?
there's
at
no
all?
rush for that.
We're good on time on this, Vice Mayor?
Good.
There's nothing pushing? Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, okay.
Now, you know, there are some things that we should do. We have, like the, Vineland, paying Vineland, the thing for the UEZ for Vineland.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't pay them since June, so we need to catch that payment
Yeah,
up,
catch
right?
up.
So that is gonna happen no matter what. I don't know if you wanna proceed with the cars. They may have
Just
a
so you-
different.
Just hold on, so we can get out of, I'm gonna close public
Okay.
comment session. Hewitt, do you have anything to discuss? If not, I'll let Commissioner Sui to keep on going.
No, I'm good. I'm paying
Okay.
attention here.
Commissioner Sui, keep on going.
The same thing with the cars. I don't know if they want to operate with the cars with the way we've been doing it to get the cars for the police department in the same manner or not. They may, in which case I think they should, but I don't know if they want to. I don't even know if they know how we do it. They probably not. And that's no fault of their own.
You guys,
They
you
just
guys
don't know
can say
yet.
something if you want here.
Well, I mean, I
You're
agree
getting,
to some.
this is coming to you.
some
This is-
But I mean, this is again something that if it waits till the first week in January, it's not going to make a difference.
Generally.
But is it a different budget, though? Like, this purchase is made for the budget for 2025.
All right,
not
well, if you
for-
want,
Yeah.
okay, well then let's go ahead and do that.
We
then,
we
if
had
you
to
want.
scrape money to, we had to scrape.
All right, if you want to do that, then we'll do it.
This is
But
this year's budget.
And
am I
this year, we're
correct,
only getting
Commissioner?
2 instead of 4.
All right, so where was that 2026 budget? That was the trash.
Huh?
18.5, 18.6, that's just because I have to pay there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had to scrape up 18 something
18.5, 18.6.
to get it.
18.5, 18.6.
Okay, but,
The number,
well, we're,
the resolution number,
okay.
18.5, 18.6.
We're only getting 2 cars instead of 4 like we've been working, because we are, you know.
Which brings me to something else. You're transferring $650,000
Yeah, I know.
out of the police department, right? What account did that come out of? Salaries and
I'm gonna
wages?
say that came out of salaries.
So
and
that
wages
came out of
like everything.
salaries and wages, and it's going to various departments. I don't know how you decided to divide that up. I don't know if there were deficits in other departments. Is that what happened? So, because especially the deficit in EMS for, I guess,
$275,000.
75,000,
I
something
sat
like
down and
that.
looked at that in between coming in here and sitting down here.
So, you know, when we tell you guys that there's money placed in the budget every year for salaries for police departments, and it's not used, there it is. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.
Anything else you got questions on, Commissioner? Do we want to talk about?
Well, the conflict council, but I guess we'll talk about that in a little while.
Yeah, we can talk about that back here, right?
Thank you, Commissioner Sui. Commissioner Costabile, do you have anything?
Not at this time.
Vice Mayor Watson, anything to discuss?
Yeah, for what Commissioner Sui said, I do agree to at some point. I mean, we're making decisions that our next commission's going to deal with, but at the same time, you're elected for a 4-year term. You know, that 4-year term, you're making decisions, you know, to better and prepare for that next commission to come on. I mean, I just think just pushing things off just because we can, that's not progress. You know, there's things that we started on, just like tonight, for the work session, closed session, we're discussing admin negotiations. This has been going on for months. Me personally, I've been taking time off to attend these meetings. Blaney's office has been, you know, here consistently representing the city well and trying to be fair with our employees. So tonight, we're gonna have to make that decision if we're gonna follow through with it. And it's something that we've been working on again for months.
Well, the only thing I would say about that is you have upward adjustments in there for certain people. You also look at putting the attorney in that contract with a significant pay raise. They may not want to use the attorney as an employee. They may want to go back to subcontracting it out. They've been elected for a couple months. I don't know if anybody, you know, since November, if anybody reached out to them and see what they wanted to do with that before we go ahead and do something like that with a contract.
I'm sure it's something. that
I've
they
talked to
can-
3 of them. I don't know how many you've talked to, offered my advice. If they take it, they take it. If they don't, they don't. But that's entirely up to them. In fact, I've offered my advice until December 31st, at which time I told them then they would have to pay for it because I wouldn't do it for free anymore.
You subcontract? 1 hour covers everything for the week.
Well, we had, I mean, I'm glad that you mentioned that we had 3 positions in this contract, 2 of which was promises made from them back in 2024 that we're just trying to see through, you know, for those holding the licenses to run our, you know, certain departments.
Correct.
So again, promises that were made last year, things that we were working on for months. You know, I think it's a good thing to see these things through during the term that we were elected for, not just to push things off. So, for the ordinance in the first reading, for the solids waste deductions, I can understand that. I see that point of view, so if this is something that we want to table or take off tonight's agenda for the next commission to decide on, I could see that. But for other things mentioned, I think we should move forward. See if I'm going to go through this agenda real quick, see if there's anything else that I wanted to bring up. Resolution for the corn main, that's $18,000, that's for fire hydrants. In case anybody wanted to know.
Needs to be done.
I'm trying to find it, but there's a resolution for W.E. Johnson Engineering Services for the 3rd secondary clarifier. This was on the last agenda. This is just to update necessary paperwork that's required for the non-fair and open. That's all this is. So we're just rescinding it and
Is there a
reapproving
cost
it.
to that?
I'm sorry?
Is there a cost to that?
For the rescindment and reauthorization?
No, for that resolution.
I don't understand.
Sure, you're hiring the engineer, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a cost for that.
so we had the
We took care of
conversation
the
about.
cost last meeting.
Do we know what the cost is?
It's probably, we extended it for a year or 6 months.
It's extended for the year, but the project's supposed to end at the end of
Till the
spring,
end,
early.
yeah.
Right, so I'm guessing it's probably not to exceed, I think the last one was $180,000.
I don't remember off the top of my
I
head.
believe it was the same, if I remember
Something like
correctly.
that.
for
So
last
it's not to
meeting.
exceed, but it's built into the price of the project.
I'm not voting on it, probably shouldn't have that number, right? That's important to our budget 2026, right?
That's what I said. It's about $180,000. But
I
it's
think-
already built into the project. But
It's-
you're right, it is important,
Yeah.
Not to exceed 180.
roughly.
It's
What
about
happened-
It's not something that you
350,000.
guys will have to pay. That'll come out, like you said, out of the I-bank, so.
It was, the amount of the original contract was $351,000.
Yeah, we had,
It's not increasing the dollar amount, it's just increasing the time frame because the project got delayed,
now we had,
How much have we spent so far?
20,000.
20,000.
330,000 left in the 180.
If you want, that's if you use it all.
Right, well,
You may not.
That's like a
No,
clock
you-
in,
you
that's
may
like a
not. You'd be
clock in
surprised you may
job.
not.
a lot of contracts, they seem to.
Yeah, but Wayne has been here a long time, he has
Right,
2 contracts.
we had the conversation about Mr. Johnson and his performance and how he's been involved with the wastewater treatment upgrades,
I just wanna
multiple
make sure the
upgrades.
number reflects to the residents, knowing that it's
The
up
right
to
way.
330,000 for 2026.
Yeah.
As long as you guys recognize that, that's what you need to be voting on.
Are you moving that one,
Not
Steve?
silently on the page.
Mhm.
Okay. You can clear that up when you do. Yeah. And that's up to the finish time, Rick.
Yes.
Unless you guys
Just for the
decide,
third
unless
clarifier
you guys
project.
decide differently.
Emergency work,
Well, there was also, we took in consideration what it would take to have another engineer come in the middle of the project.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that's not what I said, I'm sorry. This just needs to be done today, right?
It's for, yeah, it's for a time extension.
Or we lose everything, he's no longer the.
No, somebody just has to start all over again and catch up to where he left off at.
You'd end up going out for proposals again and all
So
that
if it's
problem.
not voted today, it has
You
to
may
go
delay
on.
the sewer project longer.
And there's bills to pay.
Bills, man.
There's outstanding bills to enter, but we can't because of the time frame.
His contract ended in June. It's an extension for the rest of this year.
June?
Yes.
Of this year.
It's December, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should have been extended before.
Yeah, it should have been.
For 6 months, it was emergency, but today,
No,
just checking.
this has been ongoing, Mr. Cott. It's not
Well,
today.
it didn't expire in June, though.
It did expire in June, but this is a clerical reasoning for tonight.
I'm just making it clear, expired in June, has to be voted on today.
Nobody paid attention to it, Rick. If you want to know the truth, nobody paid attention to it and slipped through the cracks. I'm not afraid to say it. Not my department, but that's what happened.
But the full 351's been encumbered against the capital from day one. So that dollar amount's not changing.
Understood. Thank you, Vice Mayor. I appreciate the discussions of the
Thank you,
commissioners. Tonight, I do agree with certain ones that if you do want to be tabled now, please do so.
Well, I'll make a motion to table the ordinance or to take the ordinance off the agenda if you guys. want
For
to do that.
the seniors,
Ordinance in the first reading.
Yeah, for the
trash?
For the trash.
second.
Motion second to remove ordinance in the first reading. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Watson?
No.
Commissioner Casabun?
No.
Commissioner Sui?
Yes.
Mayor Romanek?
Yes. Any others?
Steve, you got anything?
That's it.
You got anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, seeing that. Public comment, we have now reached the public comment portion of our meeting. Anyone who would like to address the commission, please go to the podium, state your name and address your concerns. Please limit your comments to approximately 5 minutes. Thank you.
Lynn Compary, Millville, thank you for, this is a good discussion. That's the way the work session's supposed to be. It makes me very happy to see that. I just had a question you didn't answer, the part about, is it the way that you're handling this, the increase in the trash pickup, if it's being done the way it's supposed to be being done? And I don't understand why you're still considering that also and
Oh,
not bouncing that.
in other words, it's a resolution. We're amending an ordinance with a resolution.
Well, and you're amending the budget, and even if the budget's a resolution, it's 2 hearings on that resolution, so it doesn't make sense to me. You're changing the budget.
Are our trash fees
Essentially.
fixed by ordinance?
The ordinance
It's on resolution.
allows the fee to be fixed by resolution each year because it's going to be a changing number. It's a self-liquidating utility, so it has to be commensurate with the actual cost of the program. And it's going to change each year because we don't know what the cost is going to be.
So you're guessing what the cost is going to be next year. When you did the budget, it has it down here, and you were a little bit over according to the budget that was passed. So I don't understand if you don't know what it's going to be and you haven't negotiated certain contracts.
Well, the ACOA shared service contract was negotiated. We have a set cost for that for 2026, but we can't associate any cost with tipping fees as they fluctuate.
Correct, but you're doing this without letting the public know. And it's like a fly-by-night, it's the end of the year, and nobody's paying attention, it's cold out, et cetera, and you're passing this through, and you're doing an increase, and when you're not involved with the budget next year. It's their responsibility to do the budget, and you should be mad about this.
I'm mad about a lot of things.
But you should be saying something, I don't understand. So you're making an increase to the taxpayers on a budget that you have nothing to do with, that you don't know what's going to happen yet, that you don't know what the CCIA is going to do. Maybe a miracle happen and they'll lower their fees, which isn't going to happen.
No.
But
Do we know what the tipping fees are next year?
Yeah, we received them. They're like $3 extra per pound or per ton.
So how does that affect anything?
So that, the tipping fee went up about 3%, just on the tipping fee.
So, but I mean, with the numbers, does that equal to raising everybody's fee? That's going to cover
Does
it?
that exceed the bonus, not the bonus, the surplus that we have in the trash utility?
There was 45,000 in surplus, and then whatever else, 2 million.
Because the tipping fees are what now, about $1 million?
Yeah, it's over 900,000 with this year's budget.
So 900,000 in tipping fees now?
That's not on here. Was that
So
rolled
what's
into
2%
the
of
2 million?
900,000?
Yeah, that's within the two, so the whole budget for 2025 was 2.1 million,
18,000?
and then 900,000 was the
So-
shipping fees.
So, and then how much is the?
So 2% of
the trash
900,000
company?
is $18,000, which doesn't exceed what's in the surplus now.
Yeah, but then you have the increase for the ACA contract.
The trash service went up 20%,
20?
yeah, between.
You
trash
guys
and-
20% of
negotiated
what,
that?
$1 million, so it's still 20% of $1 million is
There's-
20,000, that's 37,000, it still doesn't exceed the surplus.
So
Oh, no,
what's
I think
their
it was more than a
fee? It's
million.
90 plus what?
So their fees going up in total to 1.3 million
1.3, and,
from 1.1-ish.
so
million.
So it's gonna
1.3
200,000.
and 900 is 2.2.
220%.
And you've got you have 2024, you had 2.2 million in revenues. I guess I'm confused.
Yeah, this was looked at for 2026 based off of the overall 23% increase just for those two.
And how long's the contract that you negotiate with the ACLU?
ACA, I don't
Or
remember the
whatever.
contract, but they give us only a 1-year price. Like, they don't give us a contract for multiple years.
It's just a year at a
It's
time,
yearly.
and they can do what they want to do.
There's nobody else. for us
Especially
to
being
pick
in
up
a game in
trash.
town.
This was a big topic when we created solid waste
I still
utility.
don't agree that you guys should be doing it. I still think
I
it should
think
be
it's
up to
just
them to
set.
figure it out.
I think it's been this way since the creation of it. It's going to be at the end of every year.
So at the end of every year, you're going to pass a budget, and then at the end of every year, you're just going to vote to increase it and not give the public a chance to speak about it. Is that what you guys are going to do too?
I don't recall doing this last year, at the end of the year.
Last year was the first year, wasn't, when was,
Yeah, maybe.
did it start last year?
Last year, no.
Year before.
So you can, so anything in the budget also, you can just pass a resolution so they could increase
Trash started
taxes
with
if they
fire
wanted to?
commission.
Or they could increase water and sewer if they wanted to with just one resolution?
Well, it's a self-liquidating utility, which means you can't have any profit that you can transfer to some other department. It has to be used in this department. So you have to do some estimating every year, and you're looking at what the costs are gonna be.
So-
Well, don't-
And that's how
we-
the ordinance is set up.
they
Well, we
could-
transfer money out of that to pay like the CFO for doing work and other, whoever.
So-
to do
Administrative.
the
But she
extra
does work for the utility, though.
Yeah,
So
but
in
it's not
theory,
like it doesn't
though-
go somewhere else.
So in theory, then, you could come, they could come next meeting and say, we're going to increase your water bill XYZ and your sewer bill XYZ, and that's it. Resolution passed and done.
Well, we're not addressing
I'm-
those
I'm
other
sa- I'm
departments. We're
saying
addressing
theoretically-
We're addressing the trash
Correct, which
utility.
is a utility.
Yeah.
So any utility, they could just arbitrarily increase it to meet zero or increasing costs without the public being able to come and comment. I mean, they can come tonight and comment, but it's not like it's a 2-week ordinance they can think about or two meeting resolution.
In the case of the trash utility, the answer is yes, because the ordinance allows the fee to be set by resolution each year, because
so
the
that was-
cost goes up.
And it's not in the sewer and the water.
I'm not commenting upon that.
I'll ask the question
Okay.
since I'm up here. Is it in the sewer order or not?
I'd have to look that up.
Well, could you do that
Commissioner.
between meetings, please?
Seeing nobody else, I would close. Seeing nobody else, I will close. Where am I? Close public comment portion of this meeting. Closing comments of commissioners. We have a closed session to get to. Resolutions, please.
A resolution authorizing closed session for discussion on administration contract, contract negotiations, and attorney-client privilege.
Make motion.
Second motion.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Casabun?
Yes.
Commissioner Sui?
Yes.
Mayor Romanek?
Yes.
We'll be back.